Hey everybody, it's Lady Vasori, and today we're talking about the ammonia jar. The ammonia jar, and I'm actually going to do one. I was going to do one for myself anyway, and I said, let me come through and show you guys how to do this. Let's talk about it first, okay? Ammonia jars are great for turning situations around. One ammonia jar at a time, baby. You can have however many ammonia jars you need. If you have one situation, do a jar for that situation. If you have another situation that you need to turn the effects around, do that one, one jar at a time. The ammonia jar is among one of the easiest and most effective hoodoo spells to do, okay? With very little materials needed to perform it correctly. There is a reversal. It is a very old form of magic that has been used by many melanated or African American families in the South to turn situations or matters around, be it money, be it career, be it enemies, court cases, etc. So y'all, my clients will often ask whether or not it will work for love. And I always tell them that I'm not sure because I've never used it for that purpose. I've never used an ammonia jar to turn around love. So I cannot answer that, but it's the intent. But for things such as money, that career you want, that job you want, that job you applied for, that court case, you need it for that to turn that situation around, do an ammonia jar, okay? Now, it is so simple, so simple. You're not going to need much. Let's talk about what you're going to need. I always keep ammonia in hand when I go to, if I'm running out. This is a new bottle. I got this one from Walmart. You can use the yellow or the white, whichever one, okay? So this is the, you're going to need some ammonia. You're going to need a mason jar with a metal lid. Metal, not cork, metal. So you can use any size you want. Any size you want, as long as it's a metal jar. These are the two sizes I have, but today I'm going to use this one, okay? Because I just need it for an intent for myself. But you can use any jar you want. You're going to also either need a pencil, black ink pen, or a permanent black marker. For my apprentices, you're going to always use a black permanent marker. Always. Pencils can be, I don't use pencil because with a pencil you can erase it. With you can erase it. Black ink pen, that's good, but I like to go like permanent. I want it to be permanent. I want it to stick. Everything is about intention, y'all. So pay attention. I'm gonna use, and my apprentices will use black permanent marker. Okay. Black is significant for protection, if you want to know that, okay? Black protection, black turning things around, that type of energy. So I'm going to always use black. You're going to also need a piece of brown paper bag or a piece of parchment paper or petition paper. I like paper bag. I'm old school hoodoo. They didn't have all that extra stuff back in the day. So paper bags for me and my apprentices, we're going to always use paper bag. All right. You're going to also need a black bag. Now this is mesh, but it will work. Black bag. Okay. Now to perform the ammonia spell, you will need to write a short statement about your situation, such as I lost my job, or that you want, whatever you want to turn around for you, on a torn piece of paper. Torn, not cut. I said torn. I usually measure mine. This is how big this one is, and I just tear pieces off. Measure it to your mason jar. So I'm going to cut or tear, not cut, tear about. This much. All right, y'all see that? So I usually measure it, and then I'm gonna tear it from that side as well. Just make it fit to your mason jar. But ammonias, baby, if you lost your job, and this is the piece that I'm going to use. If you lost your job, or and you need it to be turned around, you need a new job ASAP, ammonia, okay? Y'all got to keep doing, you know, I know a lot of people, clients that I work with, that do one thing and then stop. They give up. They give up. And that is the problem. If it didn't work with it, say you do the ammonia jar. You do the ammonia jar to turn the situation around. And you just sit there and you do not go after that new job. Or you do one job, right? Instead of doing 20, 30 applications, right? You do one application for that one job and you just sit there. How you going to turn it around if you're not putting your full force of power into it? Okay? So when you do these rituals, you have to do the work. You lost your job. It's more than one job. It's millions of jobs out there. Take what you can right now and then continue to do the work. Stop giving up so fast. Stop being so powerless to your situation. Okay? That's my rant. All right. This is it. So once you got your paper torn to the size of your jar, you would then glue the paper. Now, listen, I don't do it this way, but I'm just going to tell you the ways people do it. Some people cut it to the lid and put it inside of the lid, okay? Put it inside of the lid and then do it like, I don't do it that way. I put my paper, now neither way is wrong. I like my paper inside, okay? So whatever resonates with you, all right? So for me, I'm going to place what I want to put. Some people would just tape the paper to the inside of the mason jar without gluing it to the side or the inside of the lid. Whatever is best for you. I'm not going to glue it. I'm going to place mine in there, and I'm going to show you how. So you're going to write your intention. For me, I always deal with one thing at a time. If I'm going to be dealing with, say I lost my job, I'm going to be dealing with just this one thing in this ammonia jar, okay? So each jar has its own dealings, if that makes sense. So let me write mine, and this is particularly to me, so I'm not going to show what it is. Be secretive with your work, y'all. Certain stuff like this, you want to be secretive because, let me explain. You want to turn it around, right? And if anybody don't like you, they don't flow with you. They really, like, you know, don't mess with you at all. And for no reason, you telling them what your situation is, right? And they try to hex your situation in a mindless way, in an intentional way. So this is why I say these types of work, you be secretive. All right? Okay. So I'm going to write mine down. Give me a second. And I'm thinking about what I want to turn around. Okay. And then you all always sign. And you're going to date it with your date of birth. I always do that. All right. You see it? Then you're going to add it back in to the jar. Just like like so. You can add pictures as well. That's a good thing too. So you can place pictures on your jar as well. So if I had a picture of whatever my client sent me or something like that, I will place a picture in the jar as well with the intentions. You can write it on the picture. So you can do that as well. But you do not need a lot of things. Once it is written and you place the petition inside of the lid or inside of the jar, you're going to then fill the mason jar about 1 inch below the rim. You do not fill it up with ammonia. And then, or the liquid conjure as I call it. Then secure it with the lid as tight as possible. Okay? 1/2 inch, do not fill the jar up. Okay. Ooh, stinky. You're going to place this on here as tight as possible. Tight as possible. And once the jar is closed, you're going to hold it in your hands while you visualize your problem completely being banished, as well as speaking it into existence. At this point, you are going to physically turn the mason jar upside down and sit it on a flat surface to never be reversed again. Do you hear me? Never be reversed again. If you have been turning it upside down, you need to redo your ammonia jar because that is totally wrong. Leave it like this, y'all. You hear me? Get either a black cloth or a black bag, mesh bag, whatever you have in black. And then you're going to place the jar inside of it, already turned upside down. Okay? Already turned out upside down. You do not have to work this type of jar. You do not work this type of jar. Once it is done, it is done. Okay? Securely tie either the cloth or the bag into a knot at the top. And once you do that, you're going to hide it somewhere in dark where it will never be seen or disturbed by anyone but you. Okay? Anyone but you. Some people also black out their jars. I don't do that because it's a little messy. You could take a large black permanent marker and you can black out your jar before you turn it upside down. Okay? You can just color it black with the permanent, but I ain't got time for all that. It's messy. Now, let me give you some gems for a successful ammonia jar. Let me give you some gems. You can do the ammonia jar at any time that you feel it is needed, but for optimal results, I suggest that you perform it during the waning moon. The waning moon. Okay? Now, the waning moon is the moon at any time. It's after the full moon and before the new moon. So it illuminates the area which is decreasing. So you want to get that waning effect of decreasing because you're trying to turn it around. Okay? Another gem is the best time to do any type of reversal spells or rituals that are centered around removing people or conditions from your life is during the waning moon, as it is steadily decreasing. That is the intent behind it. Not necessarily needed, but if you want the power behind it, waning. Burn some dragon's blood incense sticks as well while you are performing this type of spell, the ammonia jar spell. And this is to amplify the energy around it and have no doubts. Have no doubts that you will see your own results. Have no doubts. Always try to remain optimistic within work. Always try to remain confident in any ritual that you do, because it will most certainly help your spell to manifest to your liking as soon as possible. It will also help tremendously if you can use the out of sight, out of mind approach after disposing of the remnants of this spell. In what I've experienced when I've taken this approach, the universe usually will hand me a complete victory in the form of a total 360 turnaround in the situation at hand. Okay? But this is ammonia jar. Once it's turned over, and this is the key, it stays turned over. This is what it is. Place it in a dark room, in your closet, place it away, nobody to touch it. Whenever it comes to fruition and you get your answer, you're going to close it out. You're going to bury it away from your home, crossroads, because it turned the situation around. Okay? Never open it again. Guys, if you have any questions about an ammonia jar, just reach out to me. I'll try to comment. Now, let me tell you guys something. If you want to learn works, you have to join my Hoodoo Spiritual Apprenticeship. Hoodoo is a secret, guys. I just don't give deep information. I keep that for my class, for my apprentices, and this is for y'all. Do the work. All right? Bye, y'all. And the writing is facing inward, y'all. Not outward. Inward. Everything's inward because you turn it around. Peace and blessings. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, support your girl channel. It's greatly appreciated. And thank you guys for watching. I'll be back. I'm blowing blessings. Bye, y'all.